My dad was actually a great example, you know, what we're talking about right here now, because when I was 9 years old, that's when it started. We went out, we played footy and basketball, Dad and I, and my brother came out too, you know, and we went out, we played footy, we played basketball, we went shooting rabbits once. Yeah. And cricket was dangerous too, by the way, but they never let us play that very often. But when I was 9 years old, Dad took me outside. He said, Lorin, come on out here with me to the shed. He says, I want you to mow the lawn now. And I'm like, Dad, I can't even see the grass. He says, like, can you see the house over there? Don't run into it. And so he got the mower out, and I got excited because it was the ride-on lawnmower. I sat on that mower, and I grabbed onto the steering wheel nice and tight. And he said, okay, Lorin, now what you do is you put it in gear with this lever on the side here, reach under your seat, there you go, up, in, and push out, in, out. And so that you know how to do it. And so anyway, I took off and I was riding around the yard. Lucky we had a pretty big yard and I was weaving around all over the place, you know. I didn't realise you had to pick things up before you mow the lawn. Found a few interesting objects. The dog was hiding in his kennel out the back. But I finished mowing the lawn and I went back out and parked the mower and I went inside. And my dad came in a little later and he said, Lorin, come on out here with me, mate. Get outside. Here, look over here. You left some whiskers over there and there's some more grass over here. And go get the mower and do it again. How many parents would have ever made a kid that was nearly blind do that? It seemed like pretty tough love, that. Well, it was tough love. And I got back on the mower again and Dad jumped on with me and we went around the yard a couple of times. He showed me how to ride in a straight line down along the fence and around up the driveway, and then he jumped off and let me finish the lawn off. 3 months later, the novelty of that ride-on mower wore off. And guess who mowed the lawn for the next 10 years? You know, I did mumble under my breath. I cursed my dad quite a few times. And it was tough. I could hardly see what I was doing. I had to be very inventive with how I mowed the lawn so that Dad didn't force me to go out and do it again. I had to make sure that I did it right. But I asked him in years later, why did you do it? Why did you make me do it, Dad? And he said, you know what, Lorin, he says, I was sitting there thinking to myself, if you had any chance at all of living a normal life, getting married, having a house, getting a job, doing all those things, you needed to learn to become independent and to be able to do those things for yourself. I wanted you to firstly believe that you could do it, and I wanted you to be able to live a meaningful life just like everyone else does. My brother had the same thing, and my sister. So for me, I guess it's been a fight just to be normal. I didn't have a choice for my situation. It was just, I was born with it. Well, I guess my mum and dad were the same. They were just born with this. They had children and were just forced into a situation that they had absolutely no control over. When we should get a volunteer from the audience because I want to explain something to you. Andrew, why don't we do that? We'll get the glasses out. My glasses are a little different to yours. We'll get a volunteer. If you've got someone sitting next to you, we've got a pretty lively mob here today, but if you've got someone who loves being the centre of attention, just point to them. Everyone's pointing. All these accusations going on. Second in from the aisle. Give him a clap. Yeah, give him some encouragement. All right. Good on you. This is not hard, but we're going to learn a couple of things here. These glasses, you've all tried yours on. Mine are similar. They're a different colour, but you know the effect here is the tunnel vision effect because the rods and cones are not as bad in the middle of the eye, but they're very, very patchy right around the outside, so it's tunnel vision.
Can I give you a tip?
These hot, yeah.
From this end, they're very ugly out there, let me tell you.
Are they? Right, yeah. Mate,
You don't know how lucky you are.
put the glasses on, mate, yeah. You'll feel much, much better.
Can I give you a tip?
When you try these glasses on, there's these two tiny holes, of course, but they're covered with 17 layers of Glad wrap. If you want to kind of make them at home and show the family, that's what it's like. Anyway, you take those glasses and try mine on. Yep, there you go. They look much better now, don't they? Just leave them on now.
It's still ugly up
Yes.
I've still got the mental image.
Yeah, right. Just have a look. It looks like
Don't
Batman.
start
Yeah.
hasty.
Have a look around here now and just see. Can you see anyone out there now in the audience?
All I can see is your arm.
My arm. Can you
Yeah,
see a bit of
yeah,
that?
that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I can see a few shapes. It's a bit harder today with these dark shirts on and the lights are not very bright out there, and of course they're bright shining in our eyes here. You can probably see the lights when you look up though. But what's your name?
Bob.
Bob. Yeah, good to meet you, Bob.
Thanks.
People want to come up and say hello to me, and sometimes I can't even see them. I'm standing there and I'm like, hey, mate, why aren't you shaking my hand? So if you want to come up and say g'day, just come over and touch me on the arm. Bob, yeah, leave your glasses on and I'll just... there you go, mate. Good on you, champ. So we can feel where your hand is. Okay. Bob, come for a walk here with me, mate. Come over here. You all right? Can you see where you're going? Hey, hang on. No, yeah, you better...
What comes to mind?
You better stop, mate. Yeah, because I can't see either.
2 more steps and I'm starting to panic.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, Bob, what do you reckon the hardest part of being blind would be? You might not have ever thought about it really, but you know, it's the second most feared thing. People are just terrified of going blind.
Yeah, not surprising because it's probably a fear of the unknown because apart from what you can see in front of your eyes just here now, there's nothing else out there. You don't know what's happening. Not surprising because
it's amazing how, and you've probably all heard this before, you know, when you lose one of your senses, what happens?
What you can see in front of your
the other
eyes
ones
just
become
here
much
now,
better. Of course, my hearing's probably better than
don't know what's happening.
Just about everyone here, I'd say. And if you're born like deaf, your sense of touch is much better. And if you're born with a short leg, your other one's always just a little bit longer. But when you end up taking the glasses off and you think about what's the hardest challenge that each of you guys face, personally, professionally, what's the greatest challenge you face? What's the thing that worries you the most? What keeps you up at night? You know, what's the biggest obstacle in your way that stops you from achieving? Well, the greatest obstacle that stands in your way at the moment, Bob, is getting back to your seat. You reckon you can find your way back?
Yeah, with great difficulty.
I'll give you some help, mate. Hang on. I've got some... Now, come on. No, hang on. Move over this way a little bit, back into the middle a bit. Andrew's going to just guide us over there a bit. There we go. Now, I remember an experience when I was working as a remedial therapist. I used to fix people with bad backs for a long time, worked on some of the Olympic athletes for a while, and... you know, the ladies used to like coming to me for massage because they said, we don't mind getting undressed in front of you, Lorin, you can't see us. Yeah, but I can feel. Yeah. And I ended up treating 30,000 people in my career, but I remember this one day, a guy came up to me one day and he was a client of mine. He jumps on the table and I start working on his back and he said, you know, Lorin, he had a bad day. And I said, mate, what happened? He said, oh, I just had to sack a guy today. I said, oh, what happened? Was he not pulling his weight or what happened? And he said, well, he says, I'm actually wondering now whether I did the right thing. Was it him that failed for not doing his job? Or was it me that failed for not helping him and training him to do it properly? And so we're not going to send you out on your own, Bob. We're going to give you a little bit of training here. It's a crash course, mate. All right, here's my cane. And on the end, there's like a golf ball that just rolls. You can feel it sort of just rolling on the stage there. And you can probably feel, there's the edge of the stage, forward. There you go. Yeah, you can step. So what you do is, you go step, step, step. So you just follow every time you step, you just sweep the cane, okay? So step, step. You're going to jump off the front of the stage here now. Right, there it is there. Don't put the weight on the cane because it's not like a strong walking stick or something. Okay. But just feel down there how far the carpet is. So it's a bit of a jump down. Go on, you find your way down.
Jump down there?
Yeah. You agile enough, or do you want to take the stairs? Andrew's there, he'll catch you.
Is this a joke where he doesn't...
No. There's a swimming pool down there. All right, mate, you're on your way now. Can someone tap on Bob's chair, please? Just head and slap the seat. There it is over there. Just gives him a little orientation there now. Oh, come on, guys. It's a good way of meeting new people, Bob. Don't worry about it, mate.